Okay, welcome, viewers. If you've kind of followed us around, we do a little D&D campaign on Mondays, 3.5 edition, but we've been experimenting and playing some Stars Without Numbers with another one of our cast members DMing for a change, and so that's what we're doing. It's session 2, and we really enjoyed the last session, so we're looking forward to getting some our space and sci-fi on tonight. So, Jimmy, why don't you take it off, take it away.
Yo, welcome back, guys. I'm really excited to be doing this, as I'm sure you've seen in Skype. But I guess let's do a quick recap. So we've been introduced. The party has been introduced to each other. There's Selfie Middleton, a warrior and quite the experienced spacer. There is Marjorie Rainier, or Margie, or Marge. Something of a Indiana Jones type character, perhaps. We've a bounty hunter or a tech hunter of sorts. She's an expert class.
Yep.
We have Maddie Kingston, our other warrior, and
that's me.
A religious person, if I remember correctly.
If you've seen Firefly, think Shepherd Book.
If
you haven't, then you suck and
Firefly.
you should watch Firefly.
Okay, so we're going to cancel the session. I'm going to go watch Firefly, finally.
I would be totally okay with that, honestly.
I would also totally be okay with that. But
it's a good thing to do.
So, and then we have Leon Lystar, another warrior, a sniper rifle toting, just revealed at the end of last session, a psychic, a military trained psychic. Gone rogue, perhaps? We don't know. Anyway, so the party had met up, and they had met. They were all individually hired for a courier job. They were given a locked case, put on a ship out of the planet Rima, which is in Sector 404, Kanash. It's the only planet there. You know that there's a 6,000 credit payout from this courier job, and you are, for various shipping and maybe partially or not legal reasons, going first through 504 to the system Melantho before proceeding to Osabid 4, which is in 503. So you're kind of making a triangle rather than a direct route. You don't know why this is, but you're doing what you're told. So you had this cargo on board. You were on kind of a beat-up old ship called the RSS St. Sebastian, and you met a captain named, does anyone remember his name?
Captain Poppernick.
Captain Poppernick, yeah, salty bastard if there ever was one.
Stupid drunkard.
You guys chatted with him before checking out his ship and finding that there's a hull breach. You go to investigate on the captain's advice to get back to your cargo as well, and manage to avoid some sort of infiltration party. Panic ensues. They are well armed and armored, and the party manages to get onto an escape shuttle with their cargo, and everybody's on board. And as you're about to blast off, hoping that the captain or the crew maybe is escaping or will get some sort of rescue, two soldiers run into the cargo bay, and Leon pulls a little telekinesis on their stun grenades. The pins fly off, they get stunned. Margie blows open the cargo bay, and you guys escape as the two soldiers get sucked into space.
Yeah.
And as you pull away, it's on the view screen, some 10 or 15 minutes later, you see the ship kind of take a dip, or if this was in water, you would have seen it start to dive down underwater, but it changes course abruptly and then blew up. Entirely self-destructed. Or you don't know what, but it's destroyed behind you. So you're on a ship without fuel. You were about 24 hours out from your nearest spaceport. What do you do?
So I think when last we left off, we were double timing it with our booster pack toward the planet, because that's really the only thing we can do, which I believe was data in the Melantho system.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You had a contact for when you reached that trade port. Does anybody remember the name?
Deanne Polymer.
Deanne Polymer.
Mm-hmm.
She'll help us overnight and pass us through clearance.
Yeah. And just a quick question, was that Maddie's contact, or was that our mission contact?
It was
Mission.
the mission contact.
Okay, so Maddie knows other people in the system.
Well, I'm from
She's from the trade.
Dada.
Okay.
Or no, hold on. I have it written down, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, and then the rest of us, I don't think, know this. So.
Yeah, my home system is Asmat and I'm from Polypheme. However, where I did my mercenary training in Melantho system Data planet.
Okay.
So you have some
I got
experience in your adult years. So yeah, is there anything you would like to know ahead of time about the system so that you can be informed for your character?
Allison doesn't really know what to ask. So could I have examples of what I could ask?
So yeah, absolutely. I basically since you would have a bit more knowledge, I'm going to give you some information about what the Dada system is like, so that you can use
I was
that.
I don't
maybe
really know what I can ask or what I should ask or what.
Sure,
to
no,
ask.
there was no can or should, but I'll give you the description. Everyone can hear it, but this is what Maddie knows. Dada is actually a fairly uninhabitable planet, but above it, in orbit around it, and in lower orbit, the upper atmosphere, is a gigantic floating trade port that's built out of the ancient hulls of some sort of flotilla of pre-Scream era transports, like enormous ships that aren't built like this anymore. And what apparently happened was this fleet got stranded out by Dada when the Scream happened, and they could no longer jump to their destination. And whatever happened to the original inhabitants, over time the ships were stripped and then cobbled together, and now they're actually in two floating cities that make up the trade port itself. There's the upper city, and that's where the major docking bays are and customs. And then there's the lower city, which is an enormous amalgamation of random parts and construction. Think like, what's that movie from the 80s, the sci-fi movie?
Gonna have to be more specific.
Not Dune, but think like maybe like Total Recall, or perhaps what's the one about androids or people?
What movie?
I can't think of it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
It doesn't matter.
Anyway,
it's a
RoboCop.
really eclectic place. It's an eclectic place. Most of the people who reside on the trade port are not there or permanently. They pay rent to be able to sell their wares or to live and work there. There's the only official population of Dada is the government and the various bureaucrats who help, and security people who run the trade port. The government of Dada is a corporation. It's a pact of they're called Emporos Corp. EMPOROSCORP. Emporos Corp.
Okay, and I'm sorry, you said they do what?
For the government people.
They're the government. They're the planetary government. They're an oligarchic mercantile cooperative. It's a council of 7.
Okay.
And they're the leading industry representatives of the trade port. There's pharmaceuticals, electronics, shipbuilding and chartering, minerals, staple products, the Teamsters Union, and then the system security guy.
So they're basically everything.
Oh yeah, they run the trade. They're a government because there's so many people that live on the space stations or the floating cities or whatever. But they're basically a corporation. They come from the merchant class.
Yeah, so I look over at Maddie, who's kind of been explaining this all to us, because I'm not sure that I've ever been to Dada, and I
just start spouting off all this history and like important facts, and I'm just
Maddie,
like,
you
yes,
spout lore. It was super effective. So I look at her and I say, "Oh, okay. So, any idea where our contact would be? Did we get that information? I guess, Jimmy."
Well, what do you guys know?
Polymer.
Well,
I know-
I mean, I know that she's our contact and she's supposed to help us pass through clearance. So
So maybe we should radio ahead and have her meet us at the upper city? They got all the docking bays and stuff there, you said, right?
yeah, that's right. Yeah, all the docking bays and whatnot are in the upper city. So, perhaps
Laughing at the voice already.
No,
perhaps we can radio ahead.
Jimmy realized what movie he was talking about.
Oh, Blade Runner.
Well, either way, when we
Similar
get to
to
the surface of
Dune.
the planet, we should definitely abandon this transport. They'll be looking for it if they survive the self-detonation.
Yeah, I mean, we could just take that other ship we own and... Oh, wait.
Yeah, what do you mean about ditching?
Well, it's not like we're taking this ship back out to space. It's like not very well traveled for.
Marge?
It's got
Oh,
a spike
it's
drive.
Which
Wait,
is
does it?
important.
I thought it didn't. Oh, it doesn't have fuel. That's right.
Yeah, it doesn't have fuel.
So won't be using it anyway then. It doesn't have fuel.
Well, we can get fuel, right?
Yeah, it's a big spaceport. I'm pretty sure they probably have some fuel they'd be willing to sell us, you know?
Yeah, Marge, what's like the landing situation with this thing? It's
Oh, it's a pretty simple shuttle. It's got your standard docking... God damn it, what's it called?
docking clamps.
Docking
Stuff.
Blade Runner.
Docking
Yeah,
blade.
It's got your standard docking system. You know, any standard umbilical should be able to hook up to it. They
Like-
may even have pressurized bubble
Yeah.
landing zones to put a smaller ship like this into.
Yeah, for like the station, but like for planets, can we land this and take back?
Oh
off?
yeah, it's a atmosphere capable shuttle, I think, right?
All right, just
Well,
wanna.
can we try?
Yeah,
I don't
checked
do
the
much.
systems.
I don't do much piloting, so I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, no,
I've
no,
seen
that's
some.
fine.
I've seen
Can we
some
change
ships
the,
make some bad choices when trying to lift off from planets before. So.
Can we change the IFF at all then on this shuttle? Try and make it different from.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to be
Launch.
executed by pretty much any planetary government that finds out you did that. Yeah.
Yes, that does sound lovely.
Well,
No,
I'm
I don't
about
mean-
our pursuers.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Leon. It's been a bit of a stressful day. Changing an identifier like that's usually pretty illegal in most of the systems I know.
I don't know. It's just, I have a feeling that if we stay with the shuttle, they'll find us.
They who? I thought the ship blew up. Didn't you say they were still attached?
Doesn't mean that they went down with it. It's very possible they could have survived it. They might take some time to come after us because of probable damage.
I mean, what do they
but there's a
want?
chance we'll be pursued.
Do any of you guys have murderous people chasing after you?
Oh, well, only one or two planetary systems, you know.
I mean,
I give you a wink.
Great.
what if they might have been after the captain and they got him?
I just like don't say anything when he says, "Do I have people after me?"
Yeah. I look at Leon and I go, right, yeah, about that, why don't you look like a pretty tech capable guy, or whoever can do it, can someone scan this case? I'd really like to know what's in it without
Well,
opening it. They gotta have
I don't
some
have-
internal sensors in this thing.
Well, I
Maddie
can
has
probably
a
use
compass.
ship sensors, but I'm not
I do.
very tech savvy, but I can give it a go.
Maddie, Selfie, either you know how to operate the scanners?
I don't do computers.
I mean,
Can I
Or
try?
ships.
I don't know how you
well,
Or
You are
ships.
it's like
absolutely.
it's a ship system. I could try and use my knowledge of how to
You absolutely can try, Maddie.
I can-
you
anyone-
were just at
anyone
more of a
can try, right?
disadvantage.
Yeah.
Anyone can
I'm
try.
gonna
It's just-
try anyways.
So you're on a shuttle that is a cargo transport, and so it would have a basic scanner of some sort. You're not going to be able to have sort of advanced infiltration equipment.
No, but it,
But it would be able to check out cargo and assure that what has been loaded up is what it was expected to be. So, Maddie,
so-
you want to try that?
Yes. Why not?
Okay. So that's
Would
going to
you?
be it's going to be a tech skill.
Oh, computer.
Not computer. Is there a computer skill? So
Yeah,
it's
there's
actually going to be
computer skill.
it's going to be the same bonus for you. So it'd be either tech astronautic or computer, whichever's better for you. They're both at -1. So you're going to roll
Tech astronautic because that sounds cooler.
Okay, so go ahead and roll 2d6 -1.
Can I assist her on that?
Yeah, so how do you assist her?
Tech astronautic. I'm calibrating the sensors for her to handle an object this size.
He's firing a
right?
reverse
It's smaller
tachyon
than-
field at the
So you
case.
put the case into the cargo area and sort of position it right and sort of scale down the scanning power. And go ahead and make your roll first. You have
Yeah.
Still with a -1?
no.
No,
Make,
me first to see if I assist you.
Oh.
so the way assisting works is against a DC 7, someone can help you with a skill check, and if they succeed, you get a +1 from bonus to roll.
Oh.
So go ahead and
So-
roll.
Is this this would be intelligence, right?
Yes.
All right, and I have tech astronautic. I'm wondering why that's at 0 on my sheet.
Because it starts at -1.
Yep,
And-
and I have a point in it, and I have +1 int. So I
Let
think
me-
it should be +1.
Let me look at your sheet. I have you at 0.
Mm-hmm.
That should be right.
No, I have +1 intelligence though.
Oh, it's not the int bonus is not added in because
Okay,
you could
cool.
also roll tech astronautic dexterity for example.
Okay, gotcha.
So you're going to add in +0 plus your int bonus, which
which is 1.
which
Awesome,
is 1.
cool. I assist the shit out of you,
Great.
so you get a +1.
It's now 0.
So somehow Margie is able to spout off some really technical stuff about the scanning technology on these shuttles and make it understandable to you. Like you
And I'm all
start
like,
nodding along. You're
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Nice.
that's
good, right?
Nice.
Yeah.
Success.
Yes.
Okay, so you've scanned this case and it contains some sort of computer equipment.
Okay, so it's
Can I
not
do-
radioactive. It's not a warhead. It's not a missile.
You
I'm
didn't
not
get
gonna
any.
blow us up.
You didn't get any weapons readings. You didn't get any radioactivity readings. You didn't get any biological signatures.
It's a computer.
Awesome. Is it? Do we
Knowledge
get any
systems
power
now?
signatures, or is it just like? Is it like a? For
Why don't
example,
you-
would it be a
why don't
hard
you-
drive or a?
Why don't you examine the case itself?
Yeah,
Start with anybody.
I'll give it a go.
I mean, we've been looking at it while we're.
Okay,
We
so
asked
the
about
ca-
it. I remember in the very beginning we asked about it, and you said it had like a pad, like
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
it's-
biometric or something.
It's
for
the size.
armor?
It's the size of like architectural designs. It's larger than a briefcase, but smaller than a I don't know, like something else. It's slightly larger than a briefcase. It's metal. It's locked. It clearly has some sort of biometric scanner on it.
Right.
You can't really tell anything else from the outside.
So there's no obvious like battery hooked up to it that's running cables into it.
The biometric scanner, if it is, it runs internally in some way. I
Okay.
mean, it's powered. The biometric scanner would receive power from somewhere, and if in fact there is computer equipment in it, the computer would have to run with power somewhere.
Okay.
If it
So
was
it's
on.
probably all internal.
How many hours before we reach the planet?
24.
About 24. We can skip ahead whenever you guys are.
Yeah.
So I turn to, oh god, this work because your names are so similar.
Margie, or Margie?
and I, yeah. So I turn to Margie and I'm like,
Just go Marge
gonna-
too. That helps.
yeah, Marge. And I'm just gonna say, oh, I'm gonna get some rest. In about 8 hours, wake me up and I'll take over for you.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds like a good plan. Thanks, Leon. Do you all before you go to bed? Do you all think we should radio ahead and let our contact know we're gonna be coming? You know, try and have her meet us in the port.
I mean,
Well,
did they know we were
that'd
coming?
probably
to
be a
begin
good
with?
idea.
Yeah, but they kind of expected, the entire ship and not just the shuttle.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe we should.
Well, I'm not very familiar with this world, so I'll leave it to one of you guys.
I mean, I guess I could use my compad.
I mean, do we have a number?
I don't know what it actually looks like. I imagine
The
it's like a big
ship has
watch.
communication equipment.
Well, what if I want to use my compad?
Yeah, you
I
you
don't think a compad can reach that far.
Maddie, you can hook up your compad to the ship's connected to the ship's basically interstellar communications infrastructure and communicate from your compad if you wanted. So, for example, if you wanted to go off
Why
and do
not?
your own little room and have a conversation that the
Without
whole
all
ship
your
wouldn't receive,
pictures
you
around.
could. You
Like,
could.
do we have like a number to
Not
contact our
stupid friends.
contact at?
No, you have what
So
I
we
gave
don't
you.
know how
That
to
a name,
contact
them. Oh.
and that she would meet and help you. That's
Yeah.
all. You
Is there
have.
like a phone book? Do they have that? Like a phone book
Can
or
we
like
can we
a
search for her name
like
on,
a Facebook for contacts? Facebook, yes.
Facebook.
It comes up
Facebook's a
again.
thing.
No, you do not. You do not. I mean, yes, there are certain directory listings, but
You
you've never
found
heard of.
24
Possible.
Deanne polymers.
There's no
Damn it.
white pages, especially for this particular planet, because the population change is so in flux all the time, depending on the trading season, migrant labors, etc. It's let's say you would know, Maddie, that there's a lot of possibly unregistered people on the Data trade port.
Okay.
You would know that it's pretty in flux, and the company Emperor's Corp makes care to control the cargo so it gets its money, and just wants to keep people from causing trouble. So beyond that, it's a little bit of like Mos Eisley,
Okay.
a wretched
That's
hive of scum and villainy.
stupidity.
Yes.
You guys.
Yeah.
All right, so you're taking a rest, Leon. Anybody else want to do anything on the ship?
Well,
Yeah, just
before I
rest.
actually go to rest, I'm just gonna explore the ship and look at everything.
Yeah, sure.
It's only a small transport, so.
So it's very small. There's basically there would be like a crew bunk. It's kind of just an inset into the wall. So there's like one bed because this shuttle is really only planned for like 6 to 12 hours of operation. Not fuel wise, but that's just kind of like it picks up cargo. It brings cargo down to a planet if needed. It takes it back up again. It carries a crew to be able to load and unload the cargo, and that's about it. So it's you have a little rest bay that you can take. There's seats up near the navigation and main computer consoles that strap you in for atmospheric landing, and there's a large empty cargo bay that can hold what looks like several tons of cargo.
So, just doing a quick thing, is there any, supplies that are left over on the space shuttle?
There's
We're
a
very generic
half-eaten
deal.
egg salad sandwich in the garden.
There is a
Sounds
half-eaten
awesome.
egg salad sandwich. No, undo. Damn.
Is it just our basic stuff?
Yes,
rations
you are provisioned, Leon.
Okay.
The,
I
the,
was gonna
shuttle,
say,
the shuttle looks like it was fairly stocked with everything except for spike drive fuel.
Damn
I
it.
was gonna say, no spare communicator or something on the ship. Someone's left.
Are you,
Like,
are
all
you
of
looking
All
to
of
see
the
if-
gear you want.
No. I was just like something that someone could actually feasibly.
Is there a
be,
mech suit in
spare
the
combat
under
or
the?
Yeah,
Are
do
you-
we have
are
some
you trying to
power
figure out if
armor?
you- Are you trying to figure? No, there's nothing like that. Are you trying to figure out though if there's that you're being monitored or watched in any way? Is that?
No. I was just thinking because it's used for transporting stuff, so I'd imagine there's some basic level of communication gear. Like someone will contact the ship from
Yeah,
outside
the
the ship.
ship is outfitted with the ship is outfitted with comms. There's no extra gear. In fact, you guys would have known that on the Sebastian, it was equipped with what's called a ship's locker, which is kind of loadout gear for groups of people who need to go onto a potentially hostile or uninhabitable area of this system. So,
Crap, we didn't raid that before leaving.
but you didn't raid that.
Yeah,
Shit.
So-
I was hoping it would be on some of it would be on the shuttles, but oh well. I
The
guess
shuttles
it's
are basically as lean as possible to hold as much cargo as
Like
possible.
the shuttle had to be unpacked first when we got it, right?
Yeah, it had to be unfolded.
Yeah.
because it's made to fit and stuff. So awesome. So yeah, I have nothing else. Any of you guys?
I guess
So I just look at Maddie and say, so what do they charge for docking fees usually?
It varies.
It varies. It definitely varies depending on certain factors.
But Maddie, or Allison, I haven't thought up docking fee amounts. So go ahead.
I don't
lay
even
something
remember
out.
the name of the currency.
Space
Monies.
credits.
Credits.
So everything's
Credits.
done in
Right.
credits.
Yeah.
Credits.
SC.
Drachma.
SC.
Euros, whatever.
Yes. It's actually the neo dollar.
The neo dollar.
dollar.
Space credits.
Because
I like
the
space
normal
credits. It
dollar
sounds
isn't good
cool.
enough in space.
Right.
Well, our bounty thingy is like 6,000 space credits. So we'll say maybe 500 space credits.
Whoa! No!
Is that a lot? I don't know.
Space credits always go lower when we're going to be paying it.
It's free.
So I'm not. This
it's
is
a
not. I'm
communist
not like.
country.
We'll figure
Planet.
it out when we get. We'll figure it out when we get there. But
I don't
so
know what's
maybe.
a lot.
So maybe you say this. Maybe say to be conservative. It could be up to 500 credits for
Yeah.
a night.
I'll go with
Holy
that.
crap. That's a lot. Wow. Okay. This is going to
Well, they've got to make their money somehow.
Do
Yeah.
we have
okay.
that much to dock?
Oh. All right. Well, we'll explain to them we're traveling light and I don't know. We'll tell them we need fuel. If we're buying fuel, they might,
Give us a discount.
yeah, discount. Yeah.
I like how you think.
Yep. Package discount for services rendered. Oh shit, this is going to be expensive. Okay. Well, I'm pointing her there.
All right.
You guys might as well get some rest, and then we go through a day.
Yeah. Anything else, guys? Otherwise, you guys pass a pretty boring trip. I mean, there's not much on this shuttle.
No.
I guess after
play
about 8
cards.
hours, Leon wakes up.
Yep. And I take some rest too. I assume we all kind of get.
Yeah, I would have rested
Yeah.
as well.
yeah.
And
Okay.
while I'm sitting in the pilot seat, I'll tap the keyboard a little bit and just do some navigation stuff to make sure we're going the right way.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I hope
it's
so,
fine.
if you're fine.
You know some basic navigation, and everything seems fine. You don't see anything up ahead. You see sort of basically like a star map and a dotted line with you pointed towards the trade port. Nothing more complicated than that. Fuel looks fine. So all systems go.
Okay, so
Okay.
I tap, put it away, just concentrate on flying.
Yeah, that's concentrating on flying is basically like every 5 minutes making sure the computer hasn't suddenly decided to change your instructions, and it hasn't. So,
Yep.
Yeah, great. You so yeah, you guys, nothing else going on? Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay, so let's fast forward. It's about 22 hours later. You're getting pretty close. I think everybody's up and about. Am I right?
Yeah, I think we try and time our rest so that we're, as fully awake as possible for docking.
Yeah. You had kind of a hectic day, but all of you've been through a couple rodeos, so
Yep.
you know how to handle it.
Just a few.
Cool. So it's like I said, it's estimated about 2 hours from your destination, and you hear not a loud klaxon, but a warning trigger over the computer system.
Oh,
Okay, I
not
pop it up.
again.
Yeah, it's you're getting a weapons reading. Looks like some sort of skip is scanning you for weapons, and then you get a comm signal that is encrypted, but it comes with the encryption key. So it's somebody's asking you to join them on an encrypted channel.
Okay, so before I
what's
do
going
that,
on?
I just...
What's going on?
Oh, is everyone in the...
Yeah, I mean we're getting a klaxon, so we're all there. Leon, what's going on?
encrypted message, hold on a second, I go tap, 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 and I bring it up.
Yeah, so you accept it. You accept the charges.
Oh no, they're gonna charge back. Oh damn it! It's a collect.
You don't get a visual, just a audio, and it's
And I quickly jump and try and cut off any visual if
Yeah, no.
Leon was broadcasting.
it's not default, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But it goes Skiff class space shuttle. Please identify yourself. This is the DSS Bastion, requesting confirmation of your identity.
So right away, do I know what DSS is, or does anyone else? Look around and see.
DSS would be you would think,
Space.
no, a Data spaceship. So it's a
Okay.
Data flag flying ship of some sort.
Sure.
Okay.
So I look around and I say, should I do the talking?
Yes, please.
Well,
They come back on and say, DSS Bastion, come in, Skiff. We are bound out of the trade port. This is system security. Please identify yourself. Over.
Yep. So I click on the comm quick and say, well, hello there, friends. This is the RSS Arrow 1 requesting permission to dock.
It's quiet for a couple seconds and says,
I mean, we're broadcasting, so, Jimmy, just to clarify, ships are always broadcasting their transponder signals unless they're basically going in stealth, right?
yeah. So they were
And that's illegal, right? To not, or highly suspicious to not.
It depends what you're trying to do, but you can assume in a lot of situations it could be illegal, or
Yep.
depending on what your actions are. But you're not hiding. And
Nope.
I mean, do you want to make an intelligence roll real quick? You know what? It's not even necessary. You would know if this is an official ship, that they probably already know about your readout, about what kind of ship you are, probably how many people are on board roughly, your specs, your identification, your name, where you came from, etc. But they asked you anyway, so.
Yep. And so I didn't lie. I said this is the RSS Arrow 1 requesting permission to dock.
Roger, after a couple seconds, you get a message back. Roger, Arrow 1, where is your point of origin? Over.
Where did we come from? Was it directly from Rima? Yeah, we were hired,
in
Rima.
Rima to go to Ozabid
Yep.
in Manisha.
By
His
way of
name's-
data. So I go back over the comms and I say, "Oh yeah, we're based out of Rima. Just left there about a week ago."
There's silence and says, "Shh. Arrow 1, please be more forward with me. You're aboard a cargo lighter shuttle. It is unlikely that you had made the jump. Are you claiming to have made a jump from Rima to Data Trade Port? Over." Shh.
I kind of look around.
This
So
is-
they've
I
scanned our
sort of-
ship.
I sort of mute the comms just so we're not overheard.
Yeah. But assume it's muted when we're not specifically talking to them. I
Yeah.
hit the mute
Just
button.
gonna go.
I'm not gonna yell, "Aha, got you guys."
Yep.
No.
Ah!
Okay, tell them that we're attacked by pirates and that we escaped.
Yeah, we could do that, or we could just tell them we were sent on a quick run and they didn't want to spare the fuel for the bigger ship, so we made the spike jump in this. It's spike capable. We have no fuel. It would make sense we made a spike jump, you know.
Even though, I mean,
Quickly, what
Pirate
do we?
tactic.
Yes or no?
Go with what you said, Margie.
Okay, so I go on the comms quick, and I say, yeah, you know, the Riemann government has been seeing a few cutbacks lately. We did make the jump in this ship. It is spike capable. They didn't want to send our usual Paculos class freighter, so they just sent us. Wouldn't mind a little more living space, but you know.
All right. There's another pause, and you get a different voice come on.
Can we
It's
scan their ship to see what's going on?
I'm
I'm
you can
asking-
do a basic
I'm
scan.
I'm
yeah.
asking
You
like
want-
our party, like, can we like if they start
yeah,
firing,
I
we're
think
not
we
gonna
have to
know.
know.
Jimmy, would that be weird? Like,
And no, it wouldn't be weird to find out basic information about it.
yeah,
To
like
know
a
what you're
passive
talking
scan.
to. Yeah.
I say, yeah, go ahead, you know.
Okay, so why don't you roll tech astronautics, Selfie?
Okay.
Do you have that, or
No,
You
I'm
can
negative
propose
one.
something else, but
Ah.
it's going to be a tech skill.
I was
To-
asking,
to-
like, I wasn't going to myself. I was asking the people who are
yeah? So
piloting.
so
it.
I say
brought
that's a
it
good
up.
idea,
I brought it
Selfie,
up.
and I start firing up the scanner.
You could make a culture spacer roll, Selfie, if you wanted to know about encounters like this, what you might
Yeah.
insinuate.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, why
I'll
don't you do that?
Okay.
And I am activating the scanner, so I
That's
do a
intelligent-
passive scan.
That's intelligence based, so
Yep. Sorry,
no,
I assumed that.
no mod. So it's plus one for you.
Yep.
And you're helping her with this?
What?
I'm sorry, I was saying Selfie.
Oh.
I'm rolling
but
culture spacer to see.
So go ahead,
about
roll
this
as well.
To
Roll
assist.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see if I got a 9 or a 10.
I don't-
Sorry about
I
that.
don't
I
have
didn't
any-
realize he was assisting.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't get any attribute bonus on this, right? It's just culture spacer.
Right, just culture spacer. So 2d6 plus 1.
Oh shoot!
Sorry, we got a 9.
You tend to avoid encounters with ships that are probably outgun you, Selfie. So you always like to be prepared. And this is
And
not a-
everything outguns us right now.
Yeah. So, but Margie, you initiate a scan and you recognize what is. It's a military grade ship.
Yep.
It's got official a Dota, excuse me, a Dota signature from the Emporos Corp, which is the planetary government. It's the Bastion as identified, and you would know that this is a patrol class boat. They are often used as part of they patrol the harbor, if you will, to keep things in order, make sure nobody's trying to illegally enter or exit the trade port.
Okay.
You would know that they're probably not alone either.
Yep. So I guess here's one thing I didn't think of before now. Do you... So are flight plans always locked? Do they always know you're coming, basically?
They would, unless you had forged it or tried to hide it from them, they would know. In this case, they would know. They wouldn't know every ship, but because you're part of like an escape shuttle, your story may or may not be believable to them.
Yeah.
And it's probably tagged. It's probably tagged that this ship comes from the
USS.
the RSS Saint Sebastian.
RSS.
But
Yep.
let's do this. Yeah. So I just looking at that. So you said what you said, right?
Yep.
Travis. Okay. So they come back on about a minute later. Is a bit of a longer gap.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a different voice, and it's a woman, an older woman, who says, "Arrow One," it's kind of a scratchy voice. It's Arrow One. This is Captain Giannopoulos speaking. Please prepare for escort. You are to be given all due courtesy and to be escorted straight to Data Trade Port. Over.
What did she say her name was?
Captain Giannopoulos.
Captain Gian.
Giannopoulos.
I radio back and say, well, thank you very much, Captain Giannopoulos. Much appreciated. It's been a long journey in this cramped-ass ship. Excuse my language.
You don't get a reply back, but you do get a computer warning signature that several fighters have joined and are escorting you, for lack of a better term.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit! Told him we should be attacked by pirates. I make sure we're muted, by the way. Should I tell them we're attacked by pirates? I get the feeling they don't believe us.
Yeah, well, ship like this... yeah, that might have been a bad choice.
Well, we we can talk them at the space station. We can say we.
Yeah.
just-
Oh, yeah. We're sure as hell
Yeah.
not trying to run from a bunch of fighters. It's really, it's kind of strange that they would launch a bunch of fighters just to help bring us in. An unarmed little ship like this. This is weird. This is not good.
Well, if it was the Dota military that attacked the Sebastian, they could have just been more forceful. Obviously, I don't think it's the same culprit.
Oh, I don't think they'd want to be more forceful. I think they'd want to recover whatever they want, which having us go in would be a real easy way. Look, either way,
I mean-
we're kind of screwed. This thing's got no weapons. We can't get out of system. We just kind of have to roll with it at this point.
And I flick a couple of switches, like, alright.
Great.
And I sort of just start maneuvering with the fighters that are probably escorting us, making sure, like,
Yeah, bring us in, Leon.
Great.
Just
All right, so
fly
you're
casual.
flying casual.
yeah, it's not my first time, it's not my first rodeo.
Yeah, so we can keep going. This would be an appropriate time for a quick break if
Yeah.
you guys wanted to.
Yeah, sure. Take a quick break
Let's
before we
do-
get
let's-
shot out of the sky.
Yeah, quick couple minutes. I don't need to break yet. I will have a longer break in the next hour probably, but
Okay.
just FYI.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Take a quick break, guys. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. See you then.